Hello YouTube, Spade here, and thank you once again. I reached 800 subs, so here's a battle against the one and only Xenon. And last time we battled, it was for my 100 sub special, so a lot of stuff has happened since, and I was really excited about this rematch. He challenged me to a UU match, and without further ado, let's go! So, Xenon leads off with Clefable and I lead off with Drifblim, and of course he's gonna predict my trick and he switches into his Mesprit, which is Choice Bandit, so I was thinking he's gonna go for some sort of physical move, so I switch into my Registeel, but instead he goes for the trick of his own, so only 2 turns has passed and Xenon has already ruined 2 of my Pokemon, so I'm off to a really bad start here. So I have to take the risk here, even though I don't know his team yet. I have to go what the fuck, boom. And that was good, he didn't see the early explosion coming, so just like last time I had to explode on his Gastrodon. So anyways, it's a double knockout, and I go back into my lead Drifblim and he goes into Miss Majors. So he could have avoided the explosion, so that was really good for me. And now he goes for a Shadow Ball, and I was thinking maybe I can live this, but no, I don't. So he's obviously max special attack, most likely timid or modest. And I go into my Raikou now, he switches into his lead Clefable, I go for Discharge, it does a decent chunk and I get the useless Parahax, so I switch into my own Clefable as he goes for Reflect. And I get my Toxicop here, and now I switch again into my Raikou, predicting his switch into Miss Majors, and that really works, so he's forced to switch again, and he goes into his Clefable, and I go for Discharge, it does a decent chunk again, and now he switches again, he goes into Mesprit this time, and I keep on spamming the Discharge, so I end up getting a crit here, and the Parahax, so that was pretty gay. And now I go for Reflect as he goes for Healing Wish, so it's a pretty good thing that I didn't go for Discharge, it most likely wouldn't have even KO'd. So he heals his Clefable completely, so that sucks, cause it kinda was my team besides my Clefable, who is then again walled by his Miss Majors, so I'm kinda in a pickle here. So I switch into my Dunsparce, and I guess he predicted my switch as he switches also into Miss Majors and tricks me again. So he has a second trigger on his team, so that really caught me off guard as I go for Swagger. So my Dunsparce is ruined, and I go for Swagger on the switch since I'm locked into it. I might as well use it, and I go for Swagger again, and his Clefable has plus 4 attack and he hits himself in confusion, and I switch into Raikou again thinking he doesn't like the confusion and he most likely will switch, and he does. So now he doesn't feel like switching, so I go for Discharge, he goes for Shadow Ball, they both do a decent chunk and he ends up getting a Spadoof drop, so he most likely predicts my switch, so I go for Light Screen instead, and he did as he goes for HP Fighting, and it doesn't really do too much. And I go for Discharge again, and yeah, it does decent chunk. He goes for Trick, I guess he doesn't like my 8-turn screens, and that really works for me, cause now that he didn't get any lefties recovery, another Discharge will KO the Miss Majors. So that was really good for me. Now I might be able to set up my Clefable. And anyways, he goes into his Clefable. I keep on spamming the Discharge and I get another crit here, but he goes for Softball, so that was pretty useless. And I'm going to switch here, and I go into my Dunsparce as he goes for Softball, so he's back to full HP, and that really sucks for me. I go for Body Slam, and with his Choice Scarf my Dunsparce will outspeed the Clefable, so that's pretty funny. He goes for Facade, and that does way over half as my Body Slam didn't do like anything, so that sucks. And he goes for Softball again, and I just keep on spamming the Body Slam. I'm hoping for a crit again, and I end up getting another one here. So that's pretty good. Dunsparce's epic win hacks. So he's kinda forced to switch here, and he goes into this Drapion as I go for Body Slam, and with Serene Grace I am of course going to get the para hacks. So I switch into my Ludicolo here, as he goes for Acupressure, gets a useless Accuracy Raise, and I was thinking maybe he's gonna go back into his Clefable, so I switch into Dunsparce, but he doesn't, and yeah, he goes for Crunch and gets a crit and KOs my Dunsparce, so it ended up being a death fodder, but now I get a safe switch into my Clefable, so I can try to set up here. And if he would have switched into Clefable, he could have healed himself, cause my Ludicolo doesn't have any attacks, so I couldn't take the risk, so that's why I switched there earlier. So yeah, I tried to set up here, and Xenon feels like gambling, so he goes for Acupressure again, and he has got a few attack raises as well, so that's pretty good for him. I go for Belly Drum. I have +4 defenses and +6 attack now, and he gets another useless Spaduf raise, so I heal myself, and I'm looking pretty good here. And I saw the black sludge earlier, so this is some sort of wall Drapion, as his crunch did like nothing, even though it's standard damage with those +4 attack and my +4 defenses. So I go for Facade, destroy that thing, and he goes into his Clefable, and of course my Clefable is better than his Clefable, so I'm going to destroy him. And he goes into his last, which is Arcanine, and I decide to switch because I don't want to be lame and sweep him, so I go into my Raikou as a death fodder, which is pretty bad because Raikou is the only thing that can outspeed his Arcanine. So anyways, I go into my Ludicolo now, and he goes for Morning Sun, which was a misclick, so that was pretty unfortunate for him. I get to set up my lead seed here, and since I'm at full HP, I'm pretty sure I can survive one Flare Blitz, and now he goes for it, and I do survive it with 10 HP, so I go for Toxic here, and I get the Toxic Lead Seed combo, which is really nice. And now there's gonna be some after-turn effects before the big finish. So now I go for Protect, and he goes for Extreme Speed, so that was really good for me. Lead Seed and the Toxic are gonna take down the Arcanine, so that's the game. So it was a great game, Xenon. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And thanks for the 800 subs once again. And a little announcement before this video ends. I've been getting a lot of challenges lately. There are many people who I should battle, but I just haven't had the time. And as you know, it's pretty difficult to catch people online on YouTube, especially for me, cause most of the people who wanna battle me are from the States, and I live in Finland, so there's a nice little time gap between our countries. It's pretty funny to get battle requests 3 AM in the morning. So I have made a new Skype account for myself. It's the Flaming Spade, just like my YouTube name is. So if you wanna battle or chat, add me on Skype. It's the easiest way to catch me online when it comes to battles. But anyways, thanks for watching, and like, comment and sub, and I will see you guys next time. Spade is out. Peace.